In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, Amen. Dear friends, we'll discuss to you today lecture number 5 of the advanced course of the Coptic language class, presented to you by St. Mark Church in Cleveland, Ohio. In the previous 4 lectures, we finished discussion of the indefinite and definite articles, and then I give you explanation or discussion of 3 kinds of possessive expressions. Number 1, by adding articles. Number 2, by adding the owned material to the personal pronouns. And number 3, by using a 2-letter kind of verb, or actually it means to you or thine, to relate any owned material to the person who owns it. Today I'll give you a modification of number 3, or you can consider it a number 4 of the way to express possession. And before we start our lecture today, I just revise to you quickly the alphabet of the Coptic language as like a refreshing slide or refreshing way, as we usually do every time in our Coptic classes. As I told you before, the Coptic alphabet is formed of 32 letters. Number 6 and the last 7 are added to the old Greek alphabet to form 32 letters. The old Greek alphabet is formed of 24 letters. Then they added Su'u, which they claim is coming from the Greek culture in some references, or it's coming from the hieroglyphic language in other references. And the last 7 are for sure coming from the Demotic hieroglyphic dialect, which is coming from Demos, means people. This is a dialect of the hieroglyphic language which was used by regular all the Egyptians in all the history. It is simpler than the hieratic dialect, which is used in the temples in old Egypt. Let's go from the beginning now. Alpha, Vita, Gamma, Delta, A, Su, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lola, Mei, Nei, Xi, O, Pi, Rho, Sima, Taf, Epsilon, Phi, K, Epsi, O, Shai, Phi, Chai, Hori, Janja, Etshima, T. Now, this is the reference I'm using now to help me to present to you the grammar of the Coptic language. It's a nice book created by the monastery of Abu Ma'ar or Macarius in the desert of Shihit. And Shihit is a Coptic word. She means measure or scale. Heat means heart. So it means the measurement of the heart. And that's a place in northwest Egypt where there are a lot of monasteries, famous monasteries, that control actually most of the worshipping in Egypt. And that book of the rules of the Coptic language grammar is created by the monk Mr. Andreas from San Macarius, and is presented and revised by his chief, who is deceased now. That's Ava Epiphanius. He is already departed from our world to heaven. It's a very nice book, so I'm relying on it to use a lot of help to create you proper grammar discussion. And he also created another book of the Greek language, which I use some parts just to present the Greek portion of the Coptic language. As you know, in the Coptic language, we borrowed a lot of Greek words and made them part of the Coptic language, which I try to get your attention to when the time comes. Okay, let's go now to the fourth way of presenting a possessive function by using what we call incomplete possessive pronouns. Incomplete means it doesn't take the full shape of possessive function, but it gives you the same meaning, which means that I can present to you the meaning what I mean, or the meaning of what I'm trying to express by shorter articles and make it easier to swallow and to understand. Example, if I want to say a person owns Amahi, I would say Foy or folk or whatever, what I told you before, if it's masculine singular, and then the owned material will be masculine singular. Or Soy, theta, long O, iota, as I told you before in the previous discussion. Remember when we have this slide here, Foy for masculine singular, Soy for feminine singular, and noi, nei, o, epsilon for plural. This is the complete form of the third kind of possessive presentation. But I can make it shorter to avoid repetition by this way here. And instead of using foi, soi, noi, I use fa, fei alpha for masculine singular, on the material, sa, theta alpha for feminine singular, on the material, and the na, nei alpha for plural, both masculine and feminine. Example here, if I say here fa pi amahi, pi iota is the definite article of masculine singular. So that means the word amahi, alpha, mei, alpha, huri, iota, amahi, is masculine singular adjective or owned character. It means in English majesty. So when I say fa pi amahi, here it's a short way to express that who has the majesty. So instead of using 5 words here, that who has the majesty, I'll say fa pi amahi means that person who has the majesty. If it is feminine, I will say tha ti gom. Gom means power. Janja o mei, short o. If it's long o, it means a book, as I told you before. So ti gom, the power. Tha ti gom, that who has the power. If it's plural, like gom but in plural powers, then we'll say na ni gom, those who have the power, plural. It can be expressed also by another way, which we use actually a lot in the church prayers. I give you an example here. When the priest prays the pre-Bible prayer or request or whatever whatever you call it, when he says, we thank the Lord that he gave us the Bible in brief, he will end the prayer by saying, Pi o fa penoti pe, glory be to our God. See how it is simple here in Coptic? P-O, P-iota, the for masculine singular, O, glory. Fa, related to or belongs to. Pen, hour. That's another possessive article here. And when it starts with P, P, or P, A actually, it's pronounced like A, like French, but looks like E. P, here for possessive article for masculine singular. When A for plural, since we are talking about God. Hour. Hour. Naughty, God. Pen, naughty. Our God. Okay, pen, naughty. Pay, verb to be for masculine singular. So the expression here is P-O-O, glory, fa, belong to, our God, to be. Why we follow it with verb to be? If it is put in a kind of negative form, which here is considered a negative expression, then verb to be will follow the owner of the glory. But if it is definite article, the or whatever or similar, then the pay will be before penalty. Like I would say, P-O-O, pay penalty, if it is definite. P-O-O, penalty pay if it is indefinite. We'll repeat that in the future again to remind you. So when the priest prays the Oshaya, we call it Oshaya in Coptic. Oshaya means request of the gospel. He will end the reading of the gospel by saying, "Glory be to our God." P-O-O fa penoti pe. If it is feminine, I will say ti gom sa penoti te. Why I changed it pe to te? Because here it is feminine. Te, verb to be for feminine. Utha is show incomplete form of possessive article for feminine singular. Because gom janja o may means power is feminine. How I knew it's feminine? From the definite article here, ti. You see? So ti gom tha penoti te, the power be to our God. Or we can say power be to our God. Now, if it is plural, and this expression actually is used in the prayer, in the liturgy, when the priest says to the people that around the Lord there are a lot of angels, cherubim, seraphim, and others who are praying and praising the Lord 24 hours in 24 hours, and we should do like them. So when he says that, we sing the famous hymn, which he says, Ni cherubim se oshtemok, nimni seraphim se ti onak. So I remind you what the priest says before we sing that hymn. He says, Ni seraphim na pi su'u enten. He would say it like this. Ni seraphim na pi su'u enten. If you are watching, you can hear him saying that before we say the hymn. So, Ni seraphim are a group of archangels, famous group of archangels. Na, for plural, they own. It means they own or they get. Pi iota, there for definite article for masculine singular. So O6, nay with the genkim is additive article of possession. Ten, taf, a, nay, huri, ten means wing. Here it is plural, so it would be wings. We don't add the S for plural in Coptic, but we change the article of possession or the article of definition from singular to plural to express that this word is plural. But the owned material, the plural is similar to the singular, except in few irregular plurals which will be expressed to you in the future. And those around 16 irregular plurals. So here again we'll see Ni seraphim na piso enten, the seraphim who have 6 wings. More examples. Here pikahi fa epshois pe. You notice here it's considered like indefinite, since we follow the owner by the verb to be, as I told you in the previous sentence. So pi kahi, pi yota, there for masculine singular, kahi earth, fa belong to, masculine singular again, epshois, P with the jinkim doesn't show here because it is in capital. There for masculine singular, et choice, et she ma, o yota sima, et she ma, o yota sima, again, means master or lord. So pikahi fa ep choice, the earth belong to the Lord. Pe is verb to be. We have to say it in Coptic, which doesn't show in Arabic, but even in English here we don't see it, which means in English is. Okay? So pika fa choice pe, and you notice I'll say ep choice. Some people say ep choice to make it easier for pronunciation, which is okay, but the proper pronunciation is ep et choice. Pika fa ep et choice pe, the Lord owns the earth, or the exact translation will be, the earth belongs to the Lord, it is. You see? Another example for feminine. Ti shori tha ti ecclesia te. Ti means the for feminine singular. Shori, shai, o, epsilon, rho, eta. Shori is a censor. As you notice, it's feminine, so we have to use tha. Belongs to for feminine singular. Ti, the for feminine singular. Ecclesia, or some people say ecclesia, ecclesia. Ek, that's Greek. Ek, Greek. It may mean a definition in the Greek way. Ecclesia. The other kappa should have a jenkim above to give it the ek. Ecclesia means church. It's coming from Greek language, and we use it in French when we say about the church, église. When you spell it in French, you say A, which looks like E, G, L, I, S, E, église. In French means church. Te, verb to be for feminine singular. The censor owned by the church. Or here, Tishori, the censor, belongs to the church, is it, or is she, if you want to say it properly. Third example, and we use this example when we praise Archangel Michael. You know, in liturgy is divided into 3 parts: The first part is the preparation or presentation of the lamp. The second part is the liturgy of the reading the Bible and other books of the New Testament. And the third part is the actual prayer for faithful people, where everybody should be a Christian and should be able to participate in the communion. The second part, we started with praising the Saint Mary and then Archangel's group, and then martyrs, and then saints, by saying the famous hymn, Hitenni Brisveya, Hitenni Efki. Hitenni Brisveya means through the intercessions, and Hitenni Efki through the prayers. We give the intercessions to Saint Mary, John the Baptist, and the archangels. And we give the prayers to martyrs and the regular saints. That's the difference between Hitenni Brisveya and Hitenni Efki, which will be discussed in details later. Here we sing for Archangel Michael after Saint Mary. Saint Mary always in the beginning. When we say Hitenni Brisveya Archangel or Michael eb Archon inna Nifiowi. Michael, you see here the K is like Che, but it can be Michael or it can be Mishael. So Michael, that's why Michael is pronounced in different ways. It can be Michel, it can be Michael, it can be Michael or Michael. So Michael, ep there for masculine singular, Archon, Alpha Rho K long O nay. Archon means chief. Archon or Archon, either way. The K can be Shin or Cha or Ka. Ka is mainly for Coptic origin words. Cha, Sha for Greek origin words. Ennun, the Jenkim, is additive article of position, as I told you in lecture number 3, I believe. And na is the article of the incomplete possessive pronoun, like here, na. It belongs to Nifi Owi. That's a plural of heavens. Ni Yota as a plural article for masculine and feminine. Fi Owi is a plural of Edve. Edve means one heaven. Fi Owi is many heavens. Fi Fei Ita O Epsilon Yota with the Jinkim. Fi Owi. So Michael Archon Nani Fi Owi. Michael, Arch of the Heavenly. Of the heavenly. More examples of our regular language, same idea. Here we say, the pronoun possession is used in its full or incomplete form to prevent the repetition of the possessed noun. Here another use, where instead of repeating the possessed material, we just use fa or tha or na to express that. Example, when I say pef or o, pa or pa means his for masculine singular articles. Fei him, pef يبقى his. O long O with the Jenkim O epsilon means glory. Name, nay, a, may means and, which connect two nouns. If I'm connecting two verbs, I use O epsilon, O huri, O. But here there are two nouns. His glory and fa, pefyot. Fa here replaced what? And the glory of his father. So fa here replaces and the glory of. You see? To avoid repetition. You see that here? So, Pef O'u, his glory, name Fa Pef Yod, name the glory of his father. Name the glory. Fa here will express the same word here, glory. Pef Yod, Yota long O Taf, father, Pef his father. His glory and the glory of his father. Here, if you want the exact translation, will be his glory and that of his father, instead of saying and the glory of his father. You see? Another example for feminine. The word ro yota. Ro yota means room. Here it means the cell of the monk. Allaya. It is considered feminine. So we use taf a, that's a possessive article for feminine. Kabba is you, second person masculine singular. Tekri, yourself. Name and soite. Instead of saying name my cell. Or name, I can say here ta ri. You see? Instead of repeating the ri and the ownership, I would say take ri name soy mine te to be. Take ri name soy te means your self and mine to be. Your self and mine. You see? One more expression. We say it in the church, in the prayers of the liturgy. When we say Han ten. Han ten. Han here is the indefinite article for plural, masculine and feminine. That means that the word ten, taf, e, nei, huri, means wings. It's plural. Since the article here of indefinite description is plural. Han here can mean the S we add for plural in English, or it can mean some, as I told you before. So Han ten means many wings or some wings. M with the Jenkim is the possessive article by addition, which I explained to you in lecture number 3. Riti, ro, ita, ti, riti means similar to. Since it starts with ro is one of the 7 aspirated letters, and the word aspirated letters cover 7 letters which we use the whole mouth to pronounce them. And I gave you a mnemonic for those when I said it's vern lom, vita, yota, ro, nei, lola, o, mei. Again, vita, yota, ro is one of them here, nei, lola, o, mei. If any of these 7 letters come in the beginning of the owned character, then we change the definite article from P to Fe or T to theta, as I told you before. So evriti, his wings are similar. Nay with the Jenkim additive article of possession. Na, the incomplete form of possession we described now. O epsilon is indefinite description. Ech rompi, echima, ro, o, mei, pi, yota. Ech rompi means dove. You see? Means dove. Hamama. Or pigeon. So, Han ten, wings, some wings or all wings, similar to the wings of the pigeon or the dove. Instead of saying the wings, here we said inna o echrombi. So the priest will say hanten emivriti inna o echrombi. Wings like the pigeon wings. Here we describe the wings of the angels are like the wings of a dove or a pigeon. I'm almost done for this lecture for today. Here I'll stop, and at this part here, since we finished our 30 minutes, we'll continue our discussion about the incomplete form in the next lecture, number 6. Until I see you then, God bless all of you, and thank you very much.